So what me got a little bit confused is that nobody is talking about that we are not talking to the Martha. Because when we look into the body language, we can definitely see that we have a completely different person in front of us. So let me show you some examples.
I tried to get a friend to go see the show because she was based in Edinburgh, but she was on holiday. Nobody I know had seen that show either. So I was really shocked. I was very upset for 2-3 days. And then the general plan of action among my close friends was, look, just let him get on with things. He's not going to be that damaging. You don't really know him. This will go away.
So the reason why I took this scene is because I want to show you that this person is clearly in a protection mechanism. So we have a lot of, with the eye flickering, we have this denial with the shaking of the head, and everything is correct what the experts are saying. But I think the foundation is missing, that she is in a protection mode. So what does this mean? Everyone who's working with clients knows this. When I'm feeling attacked and I'm in a freeze situation, this is also the reason why we see her all the time with the shoulders at the same position and the hands at the same position the whole interview long. We can see she is completely in a freeze mode and it doesn't go out of her zone, and it stays the complete same. And this all shows me, hey, we have a person that's completely different. Hey, what do I mean with this? A person is completely different. Maybe you know it from your own experience when you realize, hey, I'm laying in the bed and I'm very tired. So is it that you feel in a different way or thinking in a different way when you're like at school, at work, and then you're like, okay, I have to do this and I have to concentrate and coffee, coffee, coffee. Isn't the thinking different? So this is just a small example to show you that in a hardcore version, when we are going with clients into a deep traumatic state and you are doing this like a beginner, then the problem is protection mechanism kicks in and changes completely the story. It's very interesting. I know it's very hard to understand this maybe when you didn't have any experience, but when we go into in a calm harmony state into a traumatic way in the best case scenario, we can see that there's a lot of pain coming up and the person is realizing it and feeling it. But when you're doing it not in the correct way, then the person is like, no, there is nothing. This is not interesting. There were no emails. I didn't send it. So I would just argue, when I would get into her with the session and we would go more calmly into the situation, we would hear more like, yeah, some things are more true. Yes, and it would open and widen up, but she can't widen up because she's feeling so attacked. And that's why I use the scene to show you how much defense is going on. And now I want to show you all the flickering, the mouth moving. Let's go into it. So let's take exaggeration as an example. Nobody has seen anything. Then we already know there's a lot of protection mechanism going on. Let's see.
Holiday. Nobody I know has seen that show either.
This is a very obvious, and the expert already pointed it out, but I just wanted to mention it again. So we have more things coming up in this moment that we hear. Nobody has seen the show. We have an exaggeration. Nobody have done anything to this, and we already know this is lying because she is closing her eyes.
Holiday. Nobody I know has seen that show either.
Yeah, the eyes are not only flickering, they are going completely down, and we have now the eyes that are looking downwards. And I think this is, for me, it's very typical after such an exaggeration. What we start is like, is it real like that nobody saw the show? And then we are going with the eyes in the inner monologue and we hear a voice, wait, I know a person that has done this. So this is a typical protection mechanism sign. When we have an exaggeration in the negative form, no one has done this ever before and so on. And immediately we have another part in us that is like asking the question, is it real? Are you sure? And this is the same what I mean with in different states, yeah. So when we are in an argument, in a fight directly, then we are, nobody has seen this ever, and you are so stupid. But in another constellation, when we would be more calm and we would have a session and listening and sharing circle, whatever, then suddenly this changes, and someone would say, nobody, I'm not sure, nobody has seen this yet. Could be, wait, I need a little bit time. And then with a little bit of time, then we can listen to our inner experience that says, and another part that says, hey, wait, no, that's not correct. Nobody, this is exaggerated. So this is what I mean, that changing with two different person. When I'm in the fight, in the argument, I'm completely in the protection mechanism. Let's go into the next protection mechanism, defense mechanism.
Do you still email people?
What do you mean?
Do you send emails?
Yeah.
Do you have this?
Okay, the first of all is, what do you mean? So this is typical defense. I'm suspicious with the eyes squinting.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? So not answering the question. So make sure that I don't answer it in the wrong way. This is also protection mechanism, because I'm feeling attacked, and then when I won't answer it correctly, that's why I'm asking. I'm suspicious. You want to set a trap.
You send email?
Yeah.
Do you have the same email address you've always had?
I had 6 at one point.
Why?
Because I like to keep people on different phones and different emails.
Six different email
easier.
accounts?
Maybe 4. I think it's 4 to 6. Yeah, it's
Was it
easier.
four or
It's
six?
easier. So you have some for your utilities, some for close friends, whatever. Yeah.
The 6 is a lot.
So also here we can see that she's saying 6 or 4, and this is the whole time with the whole interview we have that the numbers are changing, and maybe like 4, maybe like this, and this is typical also in a protection mechanism. When we realizing, the reason therefore is when we are realizing in the conversation with the other person, we're realizing, hey, yeah, I have 10 emails, and then we get the reaction of the other person, and then we are switching, maybe 8. And then we see again in the face of the other person this judgmental view, like, 8 emails? You got 8 emails? And then we are again, maybe 6, yeah? So we are trying to soften it up. This is also a typical protection mechanism we learned in our childhood with our parents. And then, yeah, when are you coming back? Yeah, maybe I'm coming back from my friend like 11 p.m. At 11 p.m. Yeah, maybe 10 p.m. And the reaction is getting softer and softer, like 8 p.m. and then okay, then you come back 8 p.m. and so we learn, okay, when I just go from the limit, it's like when we are trading on the market, yeah, and then you're negotiating, and then we are going down with the price. Yeah, this is the same idea with technique that's happening here.
Is it?
I don't know anybody with 6 email addresses.
You don't know many people then. I know people with 4 or 6 emails address.
Or was it 4 or 6?
I can't remember. Probably 6.
How many do you use today?
I had 4 phones. I've got 1 today, but I only email select friends.
And you have 4 phones?
Yeah, 2 broke. They were very, very old. 1 was brand new and broke, and it's still to be returned to the shop. I like keeping people on separate phones as well. And maybe that makes me a maniac or a stalker or something. But if you've got somebody on about your electricity bill or somebody on about some work or something, it's nice to keep it separate, you know. So I didn't do that in Scotland. You didn't have to, but the volume of calls.
Do you think, Fiona, do you think if somebody did send someone 41,000 emails, 350
I think that's excessive, obviously, yeah.
Would that mean someone's stalking someone?
Well, yes and no. I mean, it could be could be your wife. It could be you're maybe sending emails every day about the kids or something like that. I don't know. 41,000 is a lot. That's how many a day? My maths isn't working this time of night. But it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. That doesn't necessarily mean they're stalking somebody. They could be great friends. You know, they could have been friends for 50 years or something.
Was he ever your friend, Richard Gadd?
No. Staff asked me that as well. No, I don't think so.
You had a lot of banter with him.
Yeah, but banter's one thing. Scottish banter down here is quite kind of welcome. You know, it's not really fun city, is it? It's not jokey city.
Were you ever in love with him?
So we also have the intonation. Vowels are very long, and she's like, isn't it? Yeah, when all the time it's like, isn't it? Or something. And this is not only the Scottish version, yeah, because you can also argue, yeah, it's because of the Scottish argue, but the melody also in the vowels is very interesting. So it's a very aggressive and a very sarcasm way to speak, a very aggressive, also fighting back. So let's hear it again.
This is one thing. Scottish banter down here is quite kind of welcome. You know, it's not really fun city, is it? It's not jokey city.
Is it? Yeah, and we have also the t and s. I can clearly hear all the s's and the t's, and this is also speaking for I'm very angry. And of course, yeah, we get it that there's a lot of anger in her, but what the missing point is, what I think is missing, is to really speak about how she's really feeling. And she's saying it that she's feeling attacked and harassed, but for me, the emotions are not really expressing. And this is unfortunately something that is very usual in our society, that we not express our emotions directly. So this wouldn't mean that she is a liar because she isn't expressing her emotion, because this is very common. This is completely normal that we are getting stuck, and the anger is trying to find its way with t, s, s. Yeah, when you're doing this, it's like trying to get the energy, the anger energy into the flow. So every emotion, negative emotion that's getting suppressed, is trying to fight his way back. And anger, for example, has this idea to say, get away, I don't want you, please let me alone. And we have also this scene I want to show you.
If Richard Gadd is watching this, what's your message to him?
Leave me alone, please. Get a life, get a proper job. I am horrified at what you've done.
Yeah, so this is a typical aggressive belief system, and this is the only time we really hear her emotions, but also it's again hidden. There is this word, get a real job. Yeah, you see, this is again, the anger is not really conscious in her. She's not really feeling into, hey, why is it necessary that he gets a job? And you will hear this very often. This is very often that people say this when they are getting angry at another person. They are saying, get a better job. Why are the people saying this? And feel for yourself and explore it for yourself. If you said it to another person, he is such a lazy person, he should get a real job. Could it be just an idea that we say that because our values are that we are living in a work society, that when someone is working and he would work much more, then he's getting a better person? And when he's a lazy person, he's not a good person. When he's not working in the society, he's a bad person. Could it be like this belief system? So what would it change for her when he would work more? What would it change? Yeah. So this is a real good question that we can explore in the meditation, in the one-to-one sessions. Then we can go deeper and really ask this question, because it's very individual. We have a lot of different mindsets and belief systems learned from the parents, and we subconsciously just took into our adulthood without any questioning. And yeah, very interesting point.
This is
Exactly.
completely incorrect.
So you're denying.
So here again we have this is completely incorrect. Yeah, there we have the intonation much clearer as an example.
Real ones.
This is
Exactly.
completely incorrect.
So you're denying.
Yeah, this is completely incorrect. And for us, as a naturopath, this is one of the most important indicators for me that there's a protection mechanism really fighting hard. When a client is speaking more and more in this way, and you ask questions about an emotion, about a situation, and the client starts to say something like, no, not at all. I don't think so. These are all signs that, on the one hand, we want to try to push the time, so we get a lot of time when we stretch the vowels. When I say I don't know. So this is a very common strategy to get more time to build up a lie in myself or to get rid of a conflict. Yeah, it could be much different things, but this getting more time gives the chance for our emotions to fight against each other and trying to suppress the other part. This is very, very crazy what's happening in short time. But the indicator I want to mention is more like the aggressive one. That's like, no, yeah, these are all indicators. This is completely incorrect. And when we are getting stressed and annoyed, we are doing this like, we are getting more into this way, and the breathing also changes. No, and what are you talking? Huh? This is so false, man. Anger is trying to push out and trying to get rid of the other person with these sounds and these voices. Yeah? How does it feel when I make this melody? Yeah? This is incorrect. How does this sound? This is incorrect. In comparison to this is so incorrect. Yeah, just to make an example, yeah, to show you, it feels completely different. Just the melody. Yeah, and when we have more harmony in our melody, yeah, of course, it drags the other person to me more, yeah, getting closer. And when we have more dissonance in our voices, then of course the other person like, okay, I don't, yeah, stop. Ugh. So, and to give you another hint with the work, why I think this belief system is such an important role in her life is because we have now the question about her work, what she has done, why she was fired after 2 days at her new job.
And I'm pretty good at employment law, so...
She said that she had to sack you days later because you were completely incapable of behaving yourself.
I walked. Her staff were really rude to me. Most people, half the Labour Party had been up there at one point or another and walked.
Again, yeah, they were very rude to me. Yeah, and again, working related. So it seems like that this work thing seems to be something very interesting. What we also could look into, and I would really see in her one-to-one sessions, and maybe with the 6 emails and to have 6 phones, to have the number and every person, and it seems like everything is work and productivity connected. What could it be, and what does it relate to the stalking? Very interesting.
Her staff were really, really rude to me.
And the staff was really, really rude to me. Again, very important. Just her mindset. The others are the problem. It doesn't relate with me at all. And this could also be an indicator for that she is in this mood and in the state of all the faults of the other people. My life is bad and I have a bad life because there are a-holes that are coming in my life and destroying my life. But this is no resonance with me. Yeah. This is a typical state. We are very often in the state when we are like exoteric and the world doesn't relate to me at all. Then we say things like this and we say, no, I'm a good person. I have done nothing wrong. And so everyone else is wrong. So what's the problem with here? This is a state. When we go into a meditation state, and you will realize it for yourself. I don't need to show you studies. You will see it for yourself when you do it for yourself, when you do it with other people. You will see immediately if we are going into a calm state, into a meditation state, into another consciousness, immediately what shifts in the mind of the people is that they are coming from like all the other world is evil. They are going into their selves, and this is what missing in our society. Looking to myself and see, hey, what is maybe my role that I played in, let's say here in the work? Hey, why were all the other people rude to me? Wait, is this the first time that people were rude to me? No, wait, there was another person 5 years ago. Hey, wait, my boss was also very rude to me. Hey, wait, my father was also rude to me. And we can see all these parallels, yeah, again and again. But what we need is like this meditative state and not like I'm getting attacked and you are wrong. No. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't only stay 2 days because they were so bad behavior. And yeah, when we are getting attacked, there's no chance. We are such in a conscious state, in the subconscious state of anger, furiosity, rage, that we are like hating all the other people. Yeah, and this is what I want to mention the most. What is missing for her, or what do we need? We need a complete different setting. I would love to talk with Martha in a different setting, because here we have all the camera set up. She set up all the days before. She tried to think of her text, and you can really see in the whole video, yeah, how she prepared for this day, and all the answers, trying to answer everything perfect. And this is not with really, okay, opening up how I'm feeling, what's going on, hey, where did I do my mistakes, and where do I feel insecure. And this is very, and I say, of course, in this situation with this interview and this pushing interview, very, very rough. So how would you feel when there are a lot of cameras and then you open up about your emotions? Would you say open up, or would you also go on a protection mechanism and when you feel attacked even? So what's your feeling about it? What do you say about Martha? Do you believe her, feel with her? What's your feeling?